Today, we're talking about 5 things that I would never do in my home as an interior designer, and I'm hoping you won't do them either. Make sure you stay to the end because I bet you the last one you might be guilty of too. Okay, let's start. The first one is picking a paint color as a design scheme. As an interior designer, paint color is the last thing that we are picking in a room. The reason is there are thousands and thousands of paint colors to choose from. So we pull together the entire scheme, all the fabrics, all the finishes, and the very last thing we pick is the paint color. Stop relying on paint as a design. It's not. I know it's an easy go to. You collect your little paint chips from the store, and it inspires you and you love the color. But really, there's so much more depth involved in designing a room, and it doesn't start with the paint color. Okay, the next one. The next one is about furniture. I would never order furniture online that is going to be an investment piece in my home. You need to sit on that piece of furniture and make sure that you love it. Ordering something online can be very dangerous when you're investing a lot of money. You want to make sure the quality is there, the comfort is there. So always make sure to test the furniture before you buy it. While we're talking about shopping for furniture, the next one is shopping without a plan. As a designer, I would never go to a store with the plan of buying without having a plan. I find this to be one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making is they go to a store and maybe it's a type of one-off discount store. You know the ones that I'm talking about. You see something you love, you get excited, and you make the purchase. And then you wonder why the room doesn't look finished when you get that piece home. Well, the problem is that there was never a plan in place to start with. And that's the most critical part is knowing what you are shopping for, not going to the store and letting what you see dictate what you buy. It's great for ideas, don't get me wrong, but it's not meant for making immediate purchases. You need to have a plan, always have a plan. Okay, so this next one is around lighting. And this is something I would never do as a designer, and that is choosing different temperatures of light bulbs in your home. You want all of the light bulbs to be the same temperature. So, temperature of light is talking about the kelvins. So, you'll see anywhere from 2700 is typically like the warmest you'll see, all the way up to 5000 is like the coolest you'll see, sometimes even cooler. Where you wanna be, the sweet spot is a 3,000. 3,000 is a nice, livable, warm temperature light that looks great in every space, and you're just gonna feel better in that space. It's gonna be more welcoming, and everything in the room is gonna look better. Something that makes a room feel really off is when those different temperatures are mixed in the same space. So what I mean is you could have overhead lighting that is, say, a 4,000, and then you could have lamps at, say, a 3,000, and there's just something off about that room when you mix the light bulbs. So always make sure all your light bulbs are the same temperature, please. While we're talking about lighting, that's my next one, and this is the final one that I think a lot of people are guilty of. So listen up. As a designer, I would never rely solely on pot lights to light my home. I see this all the time. People do a renovation, they get so excited, the electrician comes in, and he just does a long line of recessed lights, otherwise known as pot lights, in your home. And you think it's great, the space looks so bright and it's exciting, but really what it looks like is an airline strip. And that's not what we need in our home. We want warmth, we want depth, we want different moods to be created in that space. And how we achieve that is with different types of lighting. So I like to mix ceiling fixture, and I like that to be something decorative with some interest because that's really going to set the tone of the room and just add a real wow factor. Then I like to mix in wall sconces, picture lights, and lamps, table lamps, floor lamps, all of those mixed together really layer the space. They add beautiful variations of lighting, and that's what's going to really set the tone and make your space feel warm and inviting and livable. So please make sure you're adding different types of light to your space. So those are my top 5 things that I would never do as an interior designer. I hope it's given you some things to think about, and stay tuned for our next video on more tips to make your life more elevated and more beautiful.